look at life like you got a red pill, you have a blue pill. You could, the choice is yours pretty much. And if you take the blue pill, it comes with, X, Y, and Z, outcomes and repercussions. Or if you take the red pill, it got its own different path and different outcomes and all that type of little shit. That brings me to my next point. I am never drinking tequila again. Them boys had that dollar Jose Cuervo for $1 at the bowling alley in Alexandria, man. I got goddamn full of that tequila, and damn near my sense of judgment was all the way messed up. And pretty much, usually me, in my little life, I might would take the blue pill, but being that I was all off the shits, the red pill seemed like an even better idea, even though I knew the red pill is the damn devil. So with all that being said, man, watch yourself with that tequila, man. That shit could just ruin your life and make your little outcome path way different.
Oh, whoa, welcome to the Best Friend Weekend Podcast. It's your man Aldo and Rog.
It's Raj Smuve. By far.
Raj Smuve, what pill you on? What pill you on this week?
The funniest rumble of all time.
Now you like it? You dying?
I'm dying.
What pill? You must be on the red pill right now.
Nah, I'm not on no pills or anything like that right now. I just thought it was very, very funny. More so because, which brings me to my next point. I've been off that tequila as well, and I know exactly what he means.
So you empathizing?
I'm empathizing.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. I mean, he said something about if you take the blue pill, you got certain repercussions. So did he have did he caution before? Like, did he have a precaution?
No, what happened was he had a precaution, and then he had another one because it was a repercussion. Because
that blue pill was so out of line. No, the blue pill would be the safe pill because he said the red pill is the devil.
Right. That's what and I get what he was saying regardless of what pill he was talking about. But you reap what you sow. You ever heard that before?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I got a sewing machine right in front of me right now. So
you got to reap it before you start to sow it. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
So
everything ain't what it seems when it's sold together.
Right. Yeah. You repercussion before you sow. So that's what he was saying, because a repercussion is worse than a repercussion. Okay, I could agree with that. Even if it's craziness, I could agree with that. $1 Jose Cuervo will do it to me. Now I don't think I've had a tequila. It's tough for me to say a liquor smash to where I'm like, I don't never want to be like that again. I remember those times, but it never was tequila. No?
It never was tequila. Tequila was never the one that did it for me.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm listening.
Have you ever been to Mexico?
Of course.
To Cancun?
Yes, I have.
Okay. In your college years?
Fairly right after college, a year or two after college.
No, it's got to be young.
I mean,
sophomore.
You would have been in your college years. It would have been when you were in college, like 23.
When you were in college.
No, I wasn't in college. No.
Then you might not get it because when you go to Cancun or Florida, you can go to Florida too. You've been to Florida, I'm sure, with some friends. Sophomore, freshman year college. Maybe
so
junior year.
The thing is, I actually went to an HBCU, so things like going to Cancun and things like going to Daytona for spring break ain't necessarily what black people do in college.
Okay.
Now, I might be saying that out loud, and black people who listen to the podcast may say, that's completely incorrect, I did all of that. But then you must ask yourself, black person who says, I did all of that, did you go to an HBCU? Mm-hmm. And even if you did, then talk to some of your friends who were in HBCUs. Were we really out there doing that on our spring breaks? No, not really.
No, I feel you.
That's what I got.
Every time that I've been, because I've been a couple of times as well in those years, there was very, very little to few to none black people there while I was there. So maybe they went at a different time, those same people. But I don't think that they were there. I was almost the time the same. Like, it was me and the people I was with, and then every once in a while you see one kind of sprinkle, like Where's Waldo-ish kind of sprinkle. Yeah. And I feel you on that one. That makes sense.
I mean, when I used to watch the MTV spring break stuff they used to have, I'm not sure exactly what it was called. I do remember, shout out, conspicuous by his absence out there in Disneyland. This podcast is brought to you by CAP,
wow.
aka Los. aka your mama's favorite ex. And but we were talking about this recently about, do you remember we actually got started on this conversation because we were watching that Lil Wayne when he was like, stop hesitating, nigga like me penetrating. You know what I'm talking about. Think it over when he had the silver jacket on. And we was like, that is peak Lil Wayne. That was Lil Wayne's best live performance of all time. That's the performance when people think Lil Wayne, they think Lil Wayne. And in that same conversation, we said when people think 50 Cent, they think that spring break performance when he climbed up to the top of the rafters at the thing, and he was like, and he had the G Unit muscle shirt probably for the first time ever. People saw it with the
thick,
blue and white thing,
thick daddies,
the thick daddy shoulders. And that was at like the MTV Spring Break, whatever. That used to be a thing every year, right? I don't remember what it was called, but it was like MTV Spring Break, and they used to show
MTV Spring Break. Oh, you know what though? I do remember that. Like it used to be like basically what we call festivals now. Yeah.
I mean, it was every year when you'd watch it and you'd be like, it'd be all these people performing, and but it would be like you just said, it would be no black people there, like except for Chingy or whoever was performing. Chingy, let's go Chingy. I'll say Chingy. Nelly, yeah. Young Buck was up there, yeah. So, but we weren't privy to these type of things.
Yeah,
I say that to go ahead.
No, and I'm just thinking about my tequila days. I definitely learned my tequila habits from people that do those things. I didn't go to HBCU, so most of the time when I did go to Cancun or to Florida, and we were having those times in spring break and summer, it was around white people. And I remember at first, I was saying to myself, man, you know what? I'm always going to drink tequila because I had such good drunks whenever I was in Cancun. And then I came back home and I'm ordering tequila shots, and I end up in a state that I don't want to be in. Basically, that state. Was it
Louisiana?
Sometimes.
Or was it Alabama?
Man, sometimes I don't even know. I woke up. I mean, have you ever woke up in downtown? Have you ever went downtown and woke up downtown by yourself?
I've woken up in a downtown of a city, not necessarily Houston, but yeah, I've woken up somewhere
in a downtown,
yeah.
but in a vehicle or outside or something like that.
Outside,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, then tequila will do that to you real quick.
I'll just counter by saying it doesn't necessarily have to be tequila, but I get your point. Like when we were in college, we used to throw a party. Shout out, this podcast is brought to you by Byron Castine. This podcast is brought to you by O Rose. And this podcast is brought to you by R.I.P. Daniel. We used to throw this party called Scorpio Birthday Bash when I was at Xavier. And one year we had the party. Long story short, nobody showed up. So it was just like we had ordered all kind of liquor. Nobody was there. It was like 10:30. So me and the guy, O Rose, he grabbed a bottle of Corbel and I grabbed a bottle of Seagram's Extra Dry gin, and we was taking shots to the head and passing it back and forth to each other and just taking shots because we was pissed nobody came to our party. So we go in the backyard to get something. We walk back in. It's a billion people at the house. So the party just explodes at like 10:45. By that point, I was just seeing figures of people. Like I could only see the outline of human beings. It was scary. I thought I died. Yeah. So, but that was off of Corbel and gin. So I've been there. But honestly, the worst fucked up I've ever been is 151. I was taking one. My partner Dre, just like you said, my partner Dre Hype, brought some 151 to a party and he was lighting it on fire with some cinnamon schnapps. And we was like blowing it out and taking shots. And we took like 3 shots and it was cool and it was the life of the party. My sister graduated and I brought a bottle of 151 with me and cinnamon schnapps to be the life of the party. I set them up all on the table. I had them all on fire. All of them, like my sister's about 3 years older than me. All of her friends was like, "Oh, your little brother's fucking cool.
He's the life of the party.
He's the life of the fucking party." Right. I'm turning it up. Right. It's going down. I just didn't realize you're not supposed to, like, I got to the point where I had poured a mixed drink of 151 and cinnamon schnapps. It was just drinking 151 like it was a regular drink. So needless to say, I can't eat Fireball candies no more. I can't eat cinnamon Pop-Tarts. Anything that make me think about that, I want to fucking throw up. Nothing.
No.
Not hot tamale candies, none of that. I can't fuck with none of that. So, yes, if it was tequila for y'all, I get it. If it was anything like that,
there's something about tequila. I'm telling you. I know 151 is strong. It's 151 proof. I think that's what they say.
Yeah. Or something.
Tequila, yeah, something like that.
No, it can't be 151 proof.
Yeah, it's
that's
proof.
not right.
I mean, I can get the bottle if you want to see the proof.
Yeah, probably so. Okay, sure.
Yeah, you know.
That's disgusting to even think about.
151 proof. I don't know proofs like that. I don't know what it is, you know, but I think it's 100.
I mean, I'm a mathematician. You would think I know proofs.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not M&M or nothing, so I really wouldn't know proof like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I put those on the same caliber of like Everclear. Now, have you had an Everclear trip before?
No, I ain't never really. Like, I got warned about Everclear early. You know?
I think everybody did.
Like, it was like, hey, man, they got drinks. And, like, they got, like, you know, they got this, and then they got Everclear.
Yeah.
Don't abuse that. And I, you know, I never know when people are being, like, super honest or not, or just kind of, like, being exaggerative. Because people oftentimes say the word literally. Like, you're like, man, I literally can eat a horse. And no, you can't. You know what I mean? Like, people abuse the word literally. So anyway, I've heard people say...
Unless they're talking about oral sex with a female horse, then I guess they could literally eat a horse.
I don't know. I think that horse mahogany, that horse would be a lot...
I said a female horse. I didn't say a male horse.
Okay. They got
I feel like that female horse will still kick you. Go ahead.
A lot of beef.
A lot of
roast beef.
A lot of roast beef.
So, you see, let me review what I was going to say.
You said a lot of people say literally, like Everclear.
Like, oh yeah, I'm taking 1 or 2 shots of Everclear and I'm on the floor.
Literally.
Like, is that the truth?
So I'm very much in the same class as you. I've never, like, when we used to throw those Scorpio birthday bash parties I was talking about, we used to have a big cooler with Everclear. When we used to throw Sigma parties, we'd have blue juice with Everclear. But I never drunk it. The hell am I drink that for? People told me it was going to put me on my ass. Why would I drink Everclear?
I'm good. I want to get drunk. Like, I don't want to get fucked up. Like, I do want to.
Yeah, I don't want to get.
I want to have a good time. I don't want to die. I don't want to poison myself. You know,
dying is not really what you want.
No, but you know, there's some people that you wonder.
But let's just be honest. Rumbo's like 25. He shouldn't be dying off of shots of tequila right now.
I disagree.
He should be living his best life at 25?
No, I disagree. I think that tequila will do it to you, man. I really think it will. That's one thing in my book.
He said it was dollar shots.
That's dangerous.
Dollar shots will do it to you anyway.
That's dangerous. Especially at, at the bowling alley? Where you kind of, you probably don't really have to tip or something. I don't know. I don't know if you tip at the bowling alley. Like, it's just not like a bar.
You don't really tip a lot when you're getting dollar shots. I mean, unless, you give 3 at a time, then you'll tip $1. Like, it ain't like it's $1 shot. It ain't like you're spending $9 and you feel obligated to tip. It's $1.
Yeah.
If you're tipping 20%, you're tipping 20 cents. So it's like it don't make sense.
I think the idea, though, is that you get the people in there that buy a bunch of shots and tip a 20. You know, like I'm a buy 20 shots and tip a 20 because I'm getting 20 shots. You know, like
I mean, if I'm at the bowling alley and it's or anywhere, if I'm anywhere where the shots are $1, I'm getting 20 of them.
Absolutely, no, absolutely.
I might get 18. I might get 18 so I could tip them $2.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
And I don't care who's drinking them. I'm just going to feel like the life of the party. I've got these fucking shots.
I've 100%, let's say, I feel like, I got people that's 21, or people that have been 21 that's way younger than me. So like, and for a while now, and saying I'm old. So I've been in a bar that's catered to like 18 to 21 year olds that's still in Louisiana that still serve to whoever, and found out that there was $1 lemon drop shots, let's say, and told the dude behind the bar, just put shots across this whole side right here. And what is it, $40? It's not a big old bar. Just okay, cool, $40. I got 40 shots. Like I'm doing that too. If I find out it's $1 shots, no doubt.
Yeah, of course. I mean that's what you should do in situation like that. You should definitely buy big shots and be the life of the party in that regard.
Why not?
I don't see, like, if you're not doing that and you listen to this podcast, you're doing it wrong.
Then stop listening.
Anything
to
that's cheap. Nah, yeah, I actually heard Carlton Banks. Carlton Banks has been on a couple of our podcasts. Podcast brought to you by Carlton Banks. Shout out! I went and watched their podcast live last week.
You talking about Alfonso Ribeiro?
Well, that's what Carlton Banks with triple X is what he says. K Carlton with a K, triple A Banks, triple X Banks is what he said. It's just Devon's brother, actually. They got a cool podcast called In My Humble Opinion, and I went check that out. They recorded live last week. I went check them out. They're doing some cool things in Houston. But he posted something on his IG recently that was like $20 is like the new $5. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you need $20, like when you was a kid, like, can I get $5, mom? It's like, can I get 20? Like, it's, you treated 20 like you treated 5. Mm-hmm. And it got me really thinking when you just said that. There used to be, now this is urban folklore in Louisiana, but Strawberries, the club on the Simcoe Strip in Lafayette, mm-hmm. they said that they used to have nickel gin and juice nights. Mm-hmm. That somewhat scales to dollar tequila shots.
Yeah, and let me tell
you, it doesn't, but it somewhat does. But them boys tell stories about going to the bar with like $5 and coming back with, 20 times 5, nice. 100 gin and juices or that gin and juice.
I'm nice.
Look, y'all. Like, I don't know why you would do some shit like that, but go ahead.
So I think that's a really cool concept. Just to get people in the door. I think it would be a hot night. And let me tell you something that I bumped into out here. There's a bar called Front Porch, and it's coin night. It's dope to me. Dope concept. It's coin night. So what you do is you go to the bar. Of course you want to go with coins, right? And you flip a coin and call heads or tails. If you get it right, you get the drink for that coin. If you get it wrong, you got to pay for the drink. That's dope to me. Like, because it kind of puts it's like a fair ball game. Like, okay, cool, I got it right. Whatever. It's a little bit of a competition. Cool, I got it right. I get the drink for the quarter, and I tip $1 or something like that, But if I get it wrong, I just got to pay for the drink. No big deal.
And your coin got to be a quarter?
No, it could be anything. It could be a penny. It could be anything you want. Just a coin.
Could it be a Buffalo nickel? A
very valuable nickel, yes.
A Sojourner Truth Buffalo.
It can actually be a stamp, too, like a very valuable upside-down printed stamp. Feather-like. It's as long as it flips.
As long as it flips. It could be a Nolan Ryan rookie card, and I could flip that thing.
Yes. It could be that Honus Wagner. And
that Ty Cobb, that Ty Cobb with the racial slur on it.
It could be a Sacagawea. It could be a Harriet Tubman $20 bill that I've still never seen. Where's that Harriet Tubman $20 bill?
It could. He said Sacagawea, man. It could be a Chief Sitting Bull, Geronimo nickel. I got you, Cutting. I'm with it, Cutting. Don't take no wooden nickel. Hey, man. So, Rumble does it again. Got us thinking about talking about things that we never anticipated we were going to talk about. I love the fact that we talk about these on the fly because it starts off every podcast with a certain amount of energy. What you think about those Cardi B memes this week?
You talking about the Cardi B young memes?
Yeah, Cardi B young memes.
I'm dead.
I'm dead. Of course. They're hilarious.
I'm dead. No, like those. I think it's so funny how I think as humans, we're so alike and we all find the same thing funny. I wonder who doesn't think that that's funny. Of course, it would probably be some. Even people that don't know Cardi B has to think that's funny. Because
the pose is perfect. It's perfect. To say so many things.
But here's what it says to me. I had that little girl in my life. You had that little girl in your life. You have two sisters. Yeah. One of them was that Cardi B pose. I'm telling. I'm not 5. I'm 6.
I'm telling.
I'm not in your room. Please tell me you saw the one. Please tell me you saw the one in with the movies. So how much is it to get in the movies for children under 5? I'm not 5.
I'm not 5. I'm 6. I'm not 5. I'm 6. Yeah. You saw they got it with the Walmart vest on. Talking about, let me see your receipt. Come on, man. Like, people, the internet is undefeated. The internet gets on it, and I mean, we got a little bit of that wave, and we're gonna talk a little bit about this actually in the next thing we're talking about with the white folks calling the laws. But when old girl Jennifer Schultz, that's her name, the barbecue Becky in Oakland. When people were cropping her out, we was doing the shit. We was cropping out, putting that Essence Fest, calling the police, putting in, putting in different places. It's fun to do it. It's fun to consider funny things.
Definitely.
Yeah. And then when you crowdsource funny, God, people are funny.
It's just the only thing is I think whenever you do that, whenever you crowdsource funny, you gotta risk, risk your idea because it's the internet. You put something funny and you might not even just like, okay, let's go to the Drake thing. Like Drake, In My Feelings is a great song, but it wouldn't be as great as it is without Shiggy doing that dance. You know what I mean? Like that actually brought some awareness to it.
Speaking of, did you see Shiggy? How disrespectful was that?
I didn't see it. What did he say?
Oh, wow. He walked up at the ESPYs to Russell Wilson and Sierra, and he dapped Russell, and he got with them, and he was about to take a picture, and Russell, came in to get in the picture, and that man, pushed him to the side and was like, nah, you good. And then, got in the picture with Sierra, and Russell, laughed and came back, and that man pushed him again, no, for real, you good. And just smiled and took a picture with Sierra.
And did Sierra take the picture with him?
Yes, Cutting. She was smiling the whole time.
Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Wow, Cutting. It was funny. He did it, and it was hilarious. But in real life, Russell Wilson's a real person. And they were at the ESPY, so Russell Wilson had to stay in character as being good guy Russell Wilson. But that has to suck dick.
Let me ask you a question because I don't know anything about this story. It wasn't a Shiggy skit?
It was Shiggy skitting. It was Shiggy. People were taking pictures and were videoing it. So no, it wasn't a Shiggy skit that Russell was involved in. No. He walked up on the red carpet to take a picture with him, and he just it was smooth. It was really short. It was 10 seconds. People, if you haven't already seen it, go look for it. Shiggy Show, Russell Wilson, Sierra. Yeah, just like that. But these things happen, man. But I get your point. Without Shiggy, the Drake song wouldn't be as live. I get it. When you put things out on the internet, you risk losing your intellectual property in that way. Like the person who put the Walmart vest on Cardi B the first time, nobody knows who did that the first time. I mean, you could brand yourself and put at so-and-so on the picture.
When you do that, you risk somebody just taking your idea. Like somebody, because I can Photoshop a Walmart vest on Cardi B on that picture.
Yeah.
So you just risk somebody taking that idea and making it better. And how do you ever what do you do? Put a rant on Facebook and hope people see it?
Oh, I did that shit first.
Nah, come on. So, it's the internet and it's fun. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a participant.
Yeah, we for those of y'all who are avid followers of the Best Friend Weekend IG page, we've got a little bit more juice over the last week or so because we've just been posting stuff. I think we're gonna hop into the game of dabbling and just taking people's shit and posting it on our site when it's funny.
That's what
I think we should start doing.
Our favorite page, Daquan does. Daquan posts other people's stuff.
I mean, I'm not saying completely dedicated to 40 posts a day of other people's shit, but when something's funny and I think about it and I see something funny, it's about to start getting the repost on Best Friend Weekend. I think that's what we will have to start doing.
No joke. I actually thought about just mimicking. Like if I can get like this app or something that would just every time Daquan would post, it would just post to another app.
Deshaun.
Whatever. It don't matter what you call it. Funny hood vids. It don't matter what it is. Yeah. I don't know why y'all keep sending me stuff from funny hood vids I don't follow. So I can't never see it. I need to follow them because they private. Why would you want to be private and have a fun page? What is that?
Yeah. If you got a fun page, it should be for everyone.
So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna mimic it. So whatever the funny page that I like posts, I'm gonna just post them. And I'm not giving you no Insta credit. I'm just gonna post it do my own thing.
And just be like, ooh, follow funny hood vids.
And
the boy's gonna block you, cause the boy's gonna find out about you.
That mean I'm nice. And
then you follow him from another page, from any old random other page, and just steal them from there.
I'm nice. No.
Nah. Hey, but I did mention white people calling them laws, and let's just get back to it because it's funny. I don't know. I think the most recent one was the most recent one I saw was the CVS store. But I'm just gonna give y'all a little play-by-play recap of the very recent oral history of white folks calling them laws. So in May, the woman who I alluded to earlier, Jennifer Shute, who was rechristened Barbecue Becky after she called the police on 2 black men for using a charcoal grill at a public park in Oakland. The police eventually told them that the charcoal permit wasn't part of the park. We've done this on the podcast. You know the story. But they threw the big cookout in response. A month after that, a woman named Permit Patty, she got her mean treatment after she called police about an 8-year-old girl selling bottled water outside of her apartment building to raise money for a trip to Disneyland after her mama just lost her job. The woman's name was Allison Edel. She was calling the police because the child didn't have a permit. Yeah, anyway, the mama put it on Instagram. She felt the heat. A white man in North Carolina dubbed ID Adam, who called the police on a black mother and her child at a community pool, was fired from his job. A South Carolina woman named Pool Patrol Paula lost her job and is now facing assault and battery charges after allegedly striking a black teen and using the N-word at a community pool, then biting an officer during the arrest. And 2 employees, this is the latest one that I saw, at a CVS drugstore were fired after one accused the Chicago woman of trying to use a fraudulent coupon and the other called the police. I don't know if you saw that video, but the woman was like, "You can call the police. My name is Brenda McWashington." I don't know what her name was, but you could call the police. She sounded like everybody's mama, and it was a sight to see. It was a sight to behold. What do you think is the behind this recent trend of let's call them laws on black people?
I don't know, but I wanna go to a memory from my childhood and say I saw an episode of Smart Guy a long time ago, and Mo on the show started cutting hair for $5, and the real barber was like, "Oh no, I'm gonna beat you up if you don't stop cutting hair for $5." Well, I think that's the same thing, because these people aren't gonna beat. What if that lady that was like called the law, hey, the little girl don't have no permit for selling this water? Like, what if she owned a store that sell water, a gas station or something like that? And I got this little girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying like
she actually owns a weed just like weed pharmacy or some shit.
Really?
Yeah.
So they probably sell water there.
Because people be thirsty when they get high.
Right? Why not? I mean, everybody sells water. And out here, I know out there you see people selling water on a cooler anyway, without a permit. I don't know what it is. I think it's funny. I think it's just I think it's in the same way that we think stuff is funny on the internet. I think those people that's in that class just get the same instincts to call the laws on black people or whoever for stupid stuff. I just think it's just a thing that people have that are just similarities. I don't know. Like, I find Daquan to be funny. You find Daquan to be funny. Tim does.
I don't know how you conflating those two things, because I don't feel like they are just I don't feel like they're alike in any. I mean, the fact that you like things on the internet, I don't know where. I don't actually know where you're going with that comment.
I'm trying to connect these two things, but I'm just saying. I just think that.
Well, it's not. I wasn't trying to connect them. I just went on to the new story. I'm just saying it's a fucking travesty that in our society, they feel the need to call the laws on black people doing anything. I just think it's like, I don't get it. I don't get the phenomenon. I really don't. I'm like, I get it from a standpoint of, I know that people feel a way about black people, so they gon' hate. At times try to. Fear is a motherfucker. And if you're scared of people, you'll do things. So like those first, like, but a lot of these things, what are you scared about? It's like, it's not even like people doing nothing. Like, you're trying to use a fake coupon, you think, so you call the police. You think they're trying to sell some water when they shouldn't.
I don't understand. Like, this lady,
you're using charcoal.
Like, why she didn't call a manager? Like, why she didn't just like, hey, like if you felt like somebody was trying to do something wrong to an institution that you like, why not call a manager?
So let's just talk about her. You ever worked at a place where people take their job entirely too serious and they act like the money belonged to them? I mean, it ain't like we're talking about checking your register. I don't really think they're going to get in trouble for accepting a fake coupon. And even if they are, Like, how big of a battle do you really want that to be? Have you ever been to a place where these are the people I love who like, man, I don't fucking care, man. Here, take 2 bags of fries. Like I don't give a fuck. I just work here.
I often want. No,
versus,
you know what's funny? I don't.
Versus, no, you only get 1 barbecue sauce because you can't have no extra barbecue sauce because
I get that more. I get that more than I get two things of fries. I don't get that much, and I often wonder, like, why you not hooking? You ever seen? I don't know if it was at Checkers. It used to be at that Checkers that was right by our apartment complex. They would take the fry thing, scoop it up, put it on the bag, like put it on the little fry bag, and then dump the rest of the fries in the bag.
Yeah. That's Checkers. That's Southwest Louisiana Checkers. The way they roll.
Like, why we don't do that?
Because they care about their job too much, man.
I guess.
The bottom line. I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. It's all racially motivated, and the fact that you feel like you got to call. I mean, I think it's like that sense of security, or that sense of like the police are on our side. And I mean, it's the culture that we have bred in the United States now, where it's like players kneel for the anthem. Owners get mad. More than half the population gets mad. They say they're disrespecting the military. They're disrespecting America. Y'all president mad. But the reason they kneeling is to combat police brutality. So that whole section of the population starts to feel like the police are for them. And the whole other section feels like the police ain't for them. So the people who feel like the police is for them, and they're on the side of the police, and they're on the side of the military, and they're on the side of right, they feel like, man, that's my fucking people, the police for me. So if you doing something that wrong me, call in the police. Because I'm with the police. I'm with them. I'm with them laws.
So you just call for whatever you want?
I'm calling them laws for everything because I'm with them laws. I think that, I mean, and I don't think I'm being too, like, out of line or out of place by saying that. I think that there's some real, like, feelings in the back of people's mind that the police belong to me. Like, that's my police. It's the Gustavo calling them boys. Nah. Cutting, I'm missing one completely off of this whole little story thing. Cutting, the reason Los even brought this up earlier was because the boy got fouled hard in basketball 2 days ago. You didn't see that one? At like a 24-hour fitness. Dude got fouled hard and called them laws. Them laws pulled up to the 24-hour fitness for a black dude because the little white dude was like, he fouled me too hard.
What happened? What was the end result?
They gave him a flagrant 2. And
he got 1 free throw and the ball back.
He got one, a flagrant 1. He got 1 free throw because they was only playing about 2s and 1s. He got 1 free throw and the ball back. And dude got to stay in the game because it was just a flagrant 1.
But damn. I could honestly, I mean, I'm gonna ask you a question because I just put myself in that situation. If you got called, if police were called on you because you fouled somebody too hard at the gym, and them laws came and gave you a citation, gave you a flagrant 1, what you gonna do when them laws leave?
Oh, Clayton, that nigga better leave with the laws. I mean, but it depends on what gym I'm at. It really do. Because if it's at 24-hour fitness, then I probably had to sign in so they know my information.
Mm-hmm. But the laws also probably got your information too.
Yeah, I mean, but if I'm like outside at a gym, and them laws come and give me that flagrant 1, but damn, they would have to give me a citation and how they know my information.
Yeah, they know your information.
If them laws know my information, then probably nothing. But maybe I ask one of the people I'm rolling with to sneak that nigga and just leave. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like Roger, sneak that boy.
No, I would get
out of here.
I would be mad. I would be mad about that too. Like I guess in any situation, if them laws are called on me, and I didn't deserve to have them laws called on me,
yeah,
I'm angry. Like
should be.
Like, well, I think all of these people like, but also if you threaten me, like I think it's so funny how people's defense mechanisms are. Like if somebody says to me over something stupid, I'm calling them laws, I would be like, why are you, like, I don't want you to call them laws.
Let me ask you something. When we was in that Airbnb, if we left that Airbnb that day and they'd be like, shit, we calling them laws on them boys for leaving that Airbnb bad.
Right.
and them laws would have pulled up on us. Like, how wild would that have been? How would you have felt about that?
I would have actually felt good because I would have been like, well, let's go in the house and show you that we didn't leave the Airbnb bag.
I don't feel good when them laws is called.
I don't either. But if you call them laws from afar,
and I feel like I got a place. I feel like I got a point.
I'm like, oh damn, for real? You called them like cool. Like let me take in that specific situation. Let me take you in the crib.
Well, you know what? In most of these situations that we talking about, them laws actually respond favorably to the people who are getting, because they're like, man, y'all taking me away from some real fucking crime.
Right.
To bring me over here about a coupon, about an Airbnb, about a basketball foul. Like, yes. So you notice in most of those stories, these people getting fired from their job and whatever, because people outing them on social media about this shit. And yeah, you don't want to be on that end of it. So white folks, relax. I want to talk about a couple more things. So let me push it along. Kawhi, you want to talk about that? Kawhi Leonard finally got traded to the Toronto Drakes. The Toronto Six Gods, and for DeMar DeRozan. I want to call this podcast Warriors in 3 because I just feel like
so what?
Kawhi was the only piece of the puzzle that could go somewhere and make somebody like
relevant,
competitive with the Warriors. I don't know. What do you think?
Where could a Kawhi have gone to make someone other than the Lakers?
Yeah, I mean, but
I know I took that from you.
Okay, yeah, Celtics.
Yeah.
Pelicans.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'm good with that one as long as you just hit the right team.
I mean, I feel like the Celtics, Pelicans, or Sixers. He goes to any one of those, they're competitive.
Maybe. Yeah. What I also think about the East is that the number 1 seed was the Raptors last year. DeMar DeRozan was on the Raptors last year. You switch them out. I mean, in their primes, I think that Kawhi is a better player than DeMar DeRozan. Boys might make the finals this year.
Fair enough.
You know, I'm not saying that
Kyle Lowry's fat.
Kyle Lowry is fat, and I don't think he's good. I think Drew Holiday would be the all-star starting point guard in the East. I've said it before, and I'm sticking to my story.
Kyrie Irving got a movie out, so they're gonna give it to him.
True that. Kyrie Irving would probably be the starter, but I think that Drew Holiday is a better point guard than Kyle Lowry, for what it's worth. But Kyle Lowry is still an effective guard. That team is still a good team. The boys might
Serge Ibaka is, and he's fooled the whole world with that Africanism. You remember when he was good and he was like 21? He really was like 29.
No, he was cold. Yes, funny. That's funny. No, that's not even the biggest thing about.
He's like
Serge
38
Ibaka.
right now, and that's the problem.
The biggest thing about Serge Ibaka, that's funny.
I know what the biggest thing about Serge Ibaka is.
We had a whole weekend based around that man Mahogany Wood. Halloween, right? And wasn't it Halloween whenever he was dressed up like
yeah, when he was out there with that fucking big tool.
McDonald's.
Put that up. Wear some clothes that fit, Serge Ibaka.
Well, anyway, no, that man is the reason why James Harden ain't still with the Thunder.
Uh-huh.
That's
They kept
crazy.
him instead of
That's crazy. But
the
nonetheless,
dynasty.
the boys are still the number 1 seed. I if I had to make a bold prediction right now, I'm gonna say that the Raptors are gonna make the finals this year.
I don't know how bold that really is. The only
That's as
problem
bold
the
as I'm
Raptors
going.
had was beating LeBron, and he's not in their conference anymore.
Right?
And they got rid of. And you know what happens when you get rid of a black coach and put a white boy in there? They win.
Why did they do that?
You know that's what they do. Like Steve Kerr and Mark Jackson. Once you move that black, like Tony Dungy and John Gruden. Once you move that black coach out there and put a white boy in there, that means they primed. They're close. We need something to put them over the top.
Mm-hmm.
Let's stop letting the inmates run the asylum and put a white boy up here. And then the boys just take it to the next level. I mean, there might be something to that shit. It might be something.
Maybe so.
It might be something.
We'll see. Yeah, that's a good bold prediction. Based on that, that's a good bold prediction.
But I mean, I just hate the fact that Giannis is the best player in the Eastern Conference, and right now, and I don't feel like I think they're gonna beat anybody.
The Bucks? Nah, I don't know. You know, the NBA is weird. The East, who cares? Like, it don't even matter. I feel like the East, every single Eastern Conference primetime game is going to be on NBA TV because no one cares.
Nah, so they're going to want to watch the Yeah, you're right.
They still trying to put the.
They're gonna want to watch the 76ers and the Celtics. That's the only game
That's
they're
it.
gonna
That's
watch.
the only one that I really kind of care about.
Yeah, I mean, it's you could convince me that the Wizards might be decent with
Dwight
their
Howard?
current lineup, huh?
With Dwight Howard.
They got somebody else too that you somebody else. I can't remember what I saw the other day. They said Dwight Howard and somebody else that was like a 3 that was pretty good.
Otto Porter.
So no. Well, they must have an additional 3 then. Like they got somebody else. I don't know. You could convince me that any one of these teams could be good. I really don't care. I just want to watch the Lakers play everybody. I'm just curious what the Lakers are going to do. Like I don't care if the Lakers are going to be simultaneously a lot better than we think they're going to be and a lot worse than what we think they're going to be. They're going to be like the 6th or 5th or 6th. They probably going to end up being like the 4th seed, and we're going to be like, wow, LeBron took this team to the 4th seed.
I think they're going to be lower than that. After they hadn't made that next big splash, I think they're going to be lower than that.
Okay, so I hear you. But let's just say Warriors go 1. Let's say the Rockets fall off because they don't have a reason in them this year. I mean, do you really think LeBron and them are going to be like worse than the Jazz? Do you really think they're going to be worse than the Blazers, who were the 3 seed last year? Mm-hmm. I mean, they might be worse than the Pelicans, but it is LeBron. Like, I think they still could be like 3 or 4 seed. Like, I mean, maybe the Thunder get better now that they got a second year to like try to run it back with that lineup. I still see them like the 3 or 4 seed. People are gonna be like, "Oh wow!" But at the same time, I don't really. You're not gonna be scared of the Lakers,
right?
Yeah. I like them fucking shorts LeBron had on.
Yeah, those shorts cost $400 too.
Do they really?
Yeah. Those shorts
I
cost
didn't know
$400, bro.
I'm happy I didn't go looking for them because I was going looking for them.
From China. Get them from China. Who's gonna know?
Who's gonna know the difference, huh? Give me some shorts. Yeah, DeRozan said that they didn't care about his feelings and they just let him go.
No, they wild. I mean, I'm okay. All right.
It's a business, big fella.
Right. I agree with you. But from 2 different perspectives, if I'm DeRozan, that man got a right to feel played. If I'm the Raptors, them boys got a right to feel like, man, we had an opportunity of a lifetime to get a generational player. Fuck DeRozan. So that's 2 different. I'm not gonna look at the grand scheme of it. I'm siding with the Raptors. I'm with you. It's a business. Like, I'm sorry. We promised you, but man, shit happens. But I'm also gonna look at DeMar DeRozan situation and say, damn, bro, like I feel for you. Like, them boys made you feel comfortable. That's your home. And something, whatever it is, came up, and the boys just reneged on their promise. They got something to honor. There's a little bit to honor, but obviously not.
It's kind of like in our professions. If you just think about your regular profession, if they traded me from this school I'm at and was like, all right, bro, we actually traded you to University of Texas. Like, you got to move to Austin or even like we traded you to Grambling. So, like, you're going to go do the same job and you're going to get paid the same money, but you got to go do it at Grambling because we want this cat from Grambling to come over here. Yeah, yikes. We're going to pay you relocation and everything, but you got to go. That would suck. But I mean, it's something that's inherent in that job in basketball. I think the worst part of it is DeRozan's like locked into a longer deal, right? Like 3-4 years or something.
DeRozan's locked up until 2021.
So he signed an extension with them for the next 3-4 years, right? Kawhi's coming off the books next year. So the crazy part so you saying you side with the Raptors, but Kawhi could just really go over there and not say anything for like a year. Like, literally, when I say that, I mean like in every way we think about Kawhi Leonard not talking. Mm-hmm. Like, Kawhi Leonard just shows up and doesn't talk for a year and just doesn't sign with them. Like, that's possible. So in that
sense, I've actually read that this could have possibly been a DeMar DeRozan salary dump, where we'll stay competitive for the next year if Kawhi plays. If he doesn't, then cool, we'll be garbage. We'll tank a little bit. But we also get this contract off. We're as good as we ever was going to be in the DeMar DeRozan era. Like, what big name free agent was going to actually go to Toronto? Like, LeBron never considered
Lou
Toronto.
Will? I don't know. Whoever Drake likes.
Like, whoever
Drake likes. I just threw out a name Drake likes.
Right. Or what's your boy?
James Harden. James Harden.
Right? No, it's not happening. So nobody. Nobody was going to Toronto. There was no one that Toronto can't attract nobody.
James Harden should go to Toronto while you bullshitting.
I think
he would have all of the times, and he would go to the finals every year.
Anybody that's smart should go to a team in the Eastern Conference. Any of them boys on the Western Conference, I'd be clawing to get to the Eastern Conference. I
would just hope they trade the Pelicans to the Eastern Conference.
That'd be awesome. I'd take that.
They did it to the Astros. They traded them to the American League. They used to be in the National League. They did it to the Seahawks. That happened. That's real shit. The Seahawks used to be in the AFC, not in the NFC.
They didn't trade them though.
I know they didn't trade. Okay, they didn't trade them in that way, but they did move them. Move them Pelicans, man. We're starting a fucking petition. Move the Pelicans.
Didn't the Hornets used to be in the East, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah. They traded us.
The whole team and the coach.
They traded the whole franchise, man. I mean, yeah, it's something to be said for that. But I mean, like, they also said that Kawhi, if the Raptors aren't doing well by like the trade deadline, that they might trade him to the Lakers like midway through the season. For what? But then people were like, the Lakers would be kind of dumb for that when they could just finish the 4th seed this year and then next year get him for.
Bro, I think you remember how we talked about LeBron, or I have this theory that LeBron like had this plan, like probably a 10-year plan, right? I think LeBron knows that there is no way, and I'm saying this, barring injury, that he is gonna win the championship this year. I don't think that he wins the championship this year.
Who?
LeBron. I think there's
he's not.
I think there's no way, and I think that he knows that. Like
I don't know if there's no way.
I don't think there's a way. I don't think he can do it.
Listen, let's not pretend like LeBron ain't got a 98 rating on 2K. My thing is,
that's also
you never know, shawty.
Let's also not pretend that LeBron almost didn't make it out of the first round of the playoffs.
Fair enough. But let's just say we just never know what's gonna happen. Klay Thompson Steph Curry ankles might fuck up.
And that's why
Kevin Durant
my argument, I say barring injury. So like,
did you say barring injury?
Yeah, something might happen that might put them, leap them towards.
You can't say barring injury before a season though, because it's like there will be injuries. It's an NBA basketball season.
Injuries to who? It happened to Gordon Hayward last year. It didn't happen to Klay Thompson. Like that would have been a completely different thing.
Maybe it's like Josh Hart's really good. Like now, all of us, like maybe Kyle. Like no, I'm saying maybe there are good pieces around LeBron that are better pieces. Like Derek Fisher might not know Derek Fisher would have been this shit around Kobe until we actually saw it. Like you never know. Maybe this supporting cast is exactly like the right type of people for LeBron to be around.
I just don't think that they are.
I don't see it either.
Cool. We can make all of the ifs that we want, but I just don't see the Lakers winning the championship this year. So I don't think that they do anything to jeopardize their future this year. They don't pick up Kawhi on a 1 year, like at the without a promise, without something.
Yeah, but I think Kawhi's from there, and they said he wants to go there. I didn't know he was from there because I've never heard him talk, so I never heard him say, "Yeah, cuz I want to go to." Say cuz.
They say him. He was at Marshawn Lynch's little block party. He was there. I'm serious.
He's not from the Bay. Stop it.
It's the same thing. It's California.
So is Shreveport the same thing as Lafayette?
No, that's not the same thing.
CAP ain't nothing like us, man.
Yeah, he eat pork chop for breakfast.
All right, man. I want to laugh at some things. One more thing before I get to big laughing. Flag football. That flag football league. I was watching Vic playing it the other day. Have you seen it at all yet?
I have.
I feel like it's like comparable to the Big Three, right? It's like the Big Three of football.
I agree.
Do you like it?
I love it. I love both of them. I think it's beautiful. And I also think what's awesome, well, I don't even know if I think that this is awesome, but the best players are like the dudes that's like just retiring that wasn't really that good. You know what I'm saying? Like they wasn't that good, but they just younger. So they better. Like Chad Ochocinco and T.O. are not good. They're not good anymore in these leagues. It's some James Ahedibigo or whatever his name is like tearing the league up. Because he just retired. He only whatever that's his name? Ahedibo. Okay.
I think he's from out here, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, he's like the best player in the league only because he played like 6 seasons. He like 31, 32. Something like that.
That's what Vic was talking about on the podcast I listened to this morning. He was saying them boys still got tread on their tires. He said they got to look in that league and they really ain't. He's like, them boys can still play.
Right? Like just look at the Louisiana team. Shout out to the Louisiana team fighting cancer. Shout out to them. They good. Harry Coleman is a professional athlete. That man out there doing his thing. Like, these boys out here really doing their thing.
The boys need to get like speed. Boys need to get like Trendon Holiday and Speedy Noyle.
Real talk. Like, them boys need to be out there. Like, they got some players that could play in this flag football, in this AFFL. That's
you know who I would call if I could call somebody? You know what I say?
Tyrone?
I say de LA. Say LA.
LA
gotta be trash at this shit, boy.
300. Gotta be. I ain't seen him in a while. Shout out my dog, but he gotta be. That man was always a big back. Power back.
A big
third down back.
You might as well get Derek Mitchell.
That man'll be nice.
That man'll be all right. The boys kick in this league?
I don't believe so.
They throw off.
They throw off.
So they need to get Jared Butler.
They can get Jared Butler or CP.
And
CP throw farther than Jared Butler. But anyway.
Trevon Walker.
I'm going to tell you this. I think that the AFFL is dope. But I think that the Big Three is way more organized. It's kind of like, I guess, the NBA and the NFL. I think the AFFL has something to work with because it's fun. Like, it's fun. And, you know, it's also one of those things I think somebody going to run into and they're going to say, well, let's put them pads on, which is stupid. But in the Big Three, you're keeping it like true basketball essence. It's basketball. Yeah. Like, I'm bouncing the ball, I'm putting it, I'm shooting, like, I'm doing everything. But the AFFL is a little bit different because I'm not tackling.
That's why Vic said he was interested in it because he's like, ain't nobody gonna tackle me.
I think it's dope. Like, I mean, that's why I play flag football because I don't want to be tackled.
The AFFL. All right. While we on sports, let me just talk about this real quick. The ESPYs happened last night, so I was privy to watch the first 30 minutes of the ESPYs, and then I got all the rest of the information. I turned it off kind of in disgust after the first 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Really?
I would like to talk about why really quickly. And by doing that, I'm going to ask you some awards that were given out at the ESPYs. I'm going to ask you who you think should win it. Then I'll tell you who was nominated. Then tell you who won. Best NBA player. Who you think should have won it?
James Harden.
The nominees were James Harden, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. The winner, LeBron James.
Okay. I'm not mad at that.
Best MLB player.
I guess I'm going to go with Altuve.
So the nominees were Aaron Judge, Jose Altuve, Mike Trout, and Max Scherzer. The winner was Mike Trout.
Right.
Best NFL player.
I know who won that one. But I got this infatuation with AB right now. I like AB a lot. Antonio Brown.
So the nominees were Antonio Brown, AB, Aaron Donald, Todd Gurley, and Tom Brady. Of course, Tom Brady won that.
No fucking doubt.
Best college athlete.
And then that's where I turn it off.
Yeah. Well, best college athlete.
Best college athlete. Baker Mayfield.
So the nominees were Baker Mayfield, Jalen Brunson, Katie Ledecky from Stanford Swimming, and Asia Wilson from South Carolina Basketball. And it was Baker Mayfield who won. Cool. Best team.
Out of what?
Sports.
All sports.
Sports.
I don't know what UConn women's basketball team did this year, but that's who I'm going with.
They didn't win.
But that's who I'm going with.
Okay, so they actually, I think, got this one right. The teams were the Washington Capitals, Golden State Warriors, Villanova Wildcats, Notre Dame women's basketball, USA women's hockey, Philadelphia Eagles, and Houston Astros, and the Houston Astros won it.
I think the Eagles should have won it.
Okay, that's fine. This was the first award of the night. Best breakthrough athlete.
Breakthrough athlete. I think I saw who won that one and I liked it. I liked it. Donovan Mitchell won it, huh?
So the nominees were Donovan Mitchell, Sloane Stephens, tennis, Ben Simmons, and Alvin Kamara.
Oh, give it to Alvin!
No, you see, but you listen what you're doing.
Alvin!
I was like, I broke a cardinal rule of what we do. I commented on a social media page yesterday. And I said something about like, I said, I guess they just giving Donovan Mitchell some get back because he couldn't win Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
I mean, He didn't even win Rookie of the Year. How the fuck he gonna beat Ben Simmons for one? And Alvin Kamara for best breakthrough athlete? Okay, bitch.
Yeah, I liked it. I just liked it because I thought that man came out of nowhere, I guess. But Alvin Kamara did too. Alvin Kamara should have won that. Straight up.
Best championship performance.
Championship performance. Dante DiVincenzo, whatever his name is, should.
Oh, he was actually in it. Dante DiVincenzo from Villanova. Kevin Durant in the finals. George Springer in the World Series, but the winner was Nick Foles from the Super Bowl.
I think that's a crippled victory.
Okay. But that wasn't the ones I saw. I saw that one a little bit. I definitely saw the breakthrough athlete. I saw another one here. I'll tell you in a second. I'll come back around to it. Best female athlete. Do you have a clue who that would be?
Yeah. Female athlete. Serena Williams. Going to classic pick here.
I don't think Serena Williams played a single down of anything last season because she had that baby.
Peyton Manning was on the top 100 a year. He didn't play, so. Yeah.
It was Sylvia Fowles, Michaela Schriffen, Julie Ertz, but the winner was Chloe Kim of snowboard.
Okay, all right, cool.
I guess that was the Winter Olympics. Best male athlete.
Ooh, I probably have to go with. I mean, that's such a weird term. I'm going with LeBron.
Okay, so the nominees were Jose Altuve, who didn't win Best Baseball Player.
All right.
James Harden, who didn't win Best Basketball Player.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Brady, who won Best Football Player. Mm-hmm. But the winner was Alexander Ovechkin for the Washington Capitals.
Dead. I'm done. Was he that cold this year? Was he that cold?
Does it fucking matter?
I don't know. But was he? Was he just like Wayne Gretzky this year or something? What did he do?
No. The answer is no.
He must have been
I left like 3 off that I really wanted to talk about. So I'll go to this one first. Best moment, because when I saw it was nominated, I just didn't even fucking. I didn't even. So yeah, fuck that. Fuck that award. Fuck that award. So you understand. If you're with the shit, you understand why we don't give a fuck about best moment. Best play. I thought this shit was gonna win. I thought that stupid shit was gonna win best play too. It didn't. The best play was Notre Dame's Arike Ogbongbonge hit that second buzzer beater to win the NCAA women's title.
That shit was dope.
That shit was dope. She did hit 2 shots from like the same place and was ripping the jersey. So yeah, it was. None of the rest of these really were like great. In like they had like 3 LeBrons on here, but yeah. But the one that actually I saw the best breakthrough athlete when they shafted Kamara. I saw the Nick Foles winning the best championship performance, and I was like, okay. And then I saw best game. What's the best game you saw this year?
Cutting. I mean, I hate to say it, but the best game was that Minnesota Vikings Saints game.
Yeah, 100%. I thought so too. There were only 3 nominees. The Georgia Bulldogs and the Oklahoma Sooners in double overtime in the Rose Bowl.
Very good game. I'm changing my mind. That was probably the best game that I've seen this year.
Even though the national championship was fucking good too. Alabama against Georgia was good too.
Right.
So for my money, this was I didn't even have to see the nomination. This was the best game to me. The Houston Astros against the LA Dodgers in Game 5 of the World Series. They went like 12 innings. You don't remember? I do remember. Maybe because I was in Houston.
Yeah.
But we were all up super late that night watching that game, and the Astros, boy from LSU, Bregman, got the winning RBI in like the 10th or 12th inning or something. But like they had come back. What's the Dodgers hit a home run like the 9th inning to tie that shit.
That was the best game.
Yeah. That was the fucking best game.
That was the best game. I remember that now. You just refreshed my memory.
Like, I was up really late, and I was like, wow, the Astros. And the Astros ended up winning in 7. That was a phenomenal. That was the best game of the year. The winner, USA Women's Hockey defeats Canada.
I'm over it. That would have made me turn the TV.
So that's when I turned the TV. Danica Patrick, and here we go. I'm sorry, ladies. If you stayed around this long, you've listened to us. I started with Cardi B because I wanted to keep you hooked in. We talked about liquor and things you would relate with. We talked about black issues and calling them laws, and then we got kind of into sports. Kawhi Leonard trades and things like that. If you stuck with us this long, I mean, you know where I'm going with this. Danica Patrick was the host of the ESPYs. They come right out the gate, shafting the Saints, then throwing the best championship performance to Nick Foles, which is whack. Then they give the USA women's hockey team this award for best game. I didn't even know they play hockey. Women play hockey.
That's a crippled victory. I will say. So we got people.
Women's soccer, okay, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. I didn't even.
Women's soccer, okay. If it's Abby Wambach, Abby and Mia Hamm scoring goal, going ham.
Obviously, are the best nation in women's hockey. We're the best nation in women's everything. But what I'm saying is
except for women's equal pay, we're not really good at that
whatever.
shit.
Anyway, that's a story for another day. So, Danica Patrick hosting, I thought was kind of cool.
So I saw one skit when they was like shitting on Tanya Harding, and I felt like that was going too far.
Well, I didn't watch it, but I still think Danica Patrick retiring and then hosting the ESPYs was kind of cool. I think
so. Maybe I was never, ever, ever a fan of Danica Patrick.
Well, I was never a fan of her
because I don't think she ever won a race, right?
I would.
Hey, y'all check us on that. I don't think Danica Patrick ever won a race. Now check me on that. I could be wrong.
She had to win something, couldn't she? Probably won like the Shreveport 500 or something like that, couldn't you know? I mean, I'm sure she won a race. Yeah, look, she won the Indy Japan 300.
No, boy, stop.
I'm telling you.
No.
I looked it up.
Stop it. He's making shit up.
The Indy Japan 300. That's her.
Was it part of the series? Okay. Yeah. No, you're right. When you said she won like the Shreveport 500, you're right. She won some shit that was like Cutting. I get you. Cutting the Beaumont Invitational. The Beaumont Brickyards, Cutting. Okay, I get it. I guess she won some shit. I bet. Okay, I'm not going to say that. Fuck it. Whatever. Danica Patrick's funny, I guess. And she hosted the ESPYs. I saw her like 2 or 3 times on the scene. I was like, I turned the channel very early with this. There was a distinct, when that women team won, it was like Johnny Weir or somebody. Not Johnny Weir, but it was like this gay dude who's like, I don't know. I don't even know why I'm assuming this dude's gay, because he was gay. And he came out and, I don't think he came out at that time. I think people already knew he was gay. But he presented the award and he was real. And Odell Beckham was presented the first award. It just had this whole air of, I know, right? That's why I threw it in there. But it was this whole air of equality because Danica Patrick, if that makes any sense. You see where I'm going here? It was like, we got Danica Patrick hosting. We got like this whole vibe of like, okay, like this whole team of women came out. Then it felt like it was contrived to get the story that they wanted to get out there shown. That's all I got for you.
Okay. All right. And I got you. I have 2 sides to that.
And I know that's just one award. I know you're not about to like...
No. And I know it is. And I get you're going with there was a whole like notion. And I get where you're going. I smell what you're stepping in. But what I'm saying is I think that's, like you said, it's business, brother, or whatever you said earlier, business, brother.
Yeah.
I think that they're really trying to uplift women's sports because that's only more money in sports. Like the WNBA, I've seen some like rumblings. I've actually seen some Facebook posts that say something like, "Oh, the WNBA players should get paid more." I don't know, but I know that they shouldn't get paid like LeBron. You know, like I know that. I don't know how much they get paid per se.
They should get paid like Kirk Cousins.
No, they shouldn't get even paid like Trevon Blewett, you know? Or Blue A.
Should they get paid like me?
Like you? I mean, if it's there, if the market is there, like Meek, who are you talking about?
No, nigga like me.
I mean, yeah.
Allen, like me. Aldo Nice.
If the market is there, you know, I don't know how much you make, but yeah, if the market
I feel like I should make more money than a lot of WNBA players. Not Brittany Griner. I feel like Brittany Griner should get paid more than me, and Maya Moore and Diana Taurasi, they should get paid more than me.
Elizabeth Cambage, shout out.
Because she scored 53. She's supposed to get paid more than me.
53,
but,
I thought the record was higher than that.
But I feel like I should make more than a lot of WNBA
I would
players.
have thought there was some chick that shot 3-pointers from the chest that would have hit more, for more than 53.
I like. Okay, so fuck it. If y'all want to say the whole WNBA should get paid more than me, I know they probably don't. But I know I should get paid more than because I was watching National Cornhole League. They've been showing that on ESPN2 a lot recently.
I saw that.
It's been getting me back out there with my cornhole game, trying to get nice because I understand the scoring completely now. They like grand prize when the dude won the national championship. They gave him like 5 racks in cash, and he was like, "Ooh, look at me!
I'm nice."
Like you should get 5 racks for winning cornhole.
But did you see what came on? There was one Saturday what came on before the National Cornhole Championship.
Was it the Glory Hole Championship?
The National Hot Dog Championship.
Oh, hot dog eating?
No pun intended. Yeah, National Hot Dog Eating Championship. That was gross. That was gross.
Did Joey Chestnut win again?
Chestnut broke the record.
Chestnut breaks the record every time.
And they miscounted him. They said, "Oh, you ate 64 hot dogs." He said, "No, I ate 74 hot dogs. I'm nice." And they recounted, and he in fact did eat 74 hot dogs.
Cause that man probably is burping nothing but fucking hot dog water.
I think everybody in there has an eating disorder. Like that's we should not be.
That's the definition of an eating disorder.
Yeah, no, we should definitely not be putting this on TV.
You've convinced me, man. Okay, I'm not as upset about uplifting women's sports. I think I'm just more upset that the Astros game didn't win best game because that why give awards if we honestly felt it? That's like if the year that the best game that's ever been played. What's the best game that's ever been played?
The band is on the field. I don't know.
No. 2005 Rose Bowl is the best game of all time.
All right, cool.
Vince Young against Reggie Bush.
The band is on the field.
I mean, do you agree with that though?
Yeah, best game I've ever seen.
Best game I've ever seen. Absolutely. So it's like if that was happening, it was like, no, the best game was Marie Sheshnakovich against Deborah Javance in the
Wimbledon,
U.S. Open
semifinals.
Wimbledon semifinals.
Yeah.
There you go. I'd be like, come on, man. That's the best game I've ever seen. All right, that's probably the best baseball. That baseball game was probably the best baseball game I've seen in the last 10 years. So, there you go. Cue that music for nothing nice to say?
You know, they say if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all.
Nothing nice to say, but Aldo nice.
So, a Republican Arizona State candidate, he shocked some gun control advocates by sharing details about shooting and killing his mother in apparent self-defense more than 50 years ago. His name's Bobby Wilson. He's trying to represent the Southern District of Arizona. He told the AP he's not trying to hide anything. He said his mother was insane and shot at him with a rifle when he was in bed in their Oklahoma farmhouse one night in 1963, the year they killed Martin Luther King. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's not. It's the year they killed JFK. Then he shot and he killed her. Wilson's sister also died that night, and the house caught fire. This must be the Trump effect. I mean, it used to be, if you got some head in the White House, they would threaten to impeach you. I mean, if you might have been smashing Marilyn Monroe, it might be the biggest news scandal of all time. Now that they got one black dude who done been president, they'll take any old body just because they want, just all they got to be is white. You could grab them by the pussy, be part of the Klan, or shoot your mama in the fucking face, and they'll still take you serious as a candidate. It's not a big thing. I just don't know where our country's ethics have gone when it comes to politics. I know he's talking about it's a self-defense case, and I know it took place damn near 50 plus years ago, but still, you shot your mama in the face and you want to be somebody's senator? I'm just going to stop right there, because I ain't got nothing nice to say about mama shooting white boys in Arizona, running for Senate, making the laws that's going to allow the next generation of people to shoot their mamas or shoot up schools, so I won't say nothing at all. All right, Raj, what you think about that story?
Man, they got crazy people in this world, bro. And I'll tell you what I will. I'll tell you what this story did for me. After researching this story, I don't know if I believe him. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if I believe him. I'm not saying I don't believe him, but I don't know if I believe him. That man said he woke up and his mama had that gun in his face, fired off 6 at him, missed him. He grabbed the gun and shot in her face. And then, you read the whole story. And then, for some reason, his room was the coolest room in the house. So they kept gasoline tanks in his room. No one else's room, just his room because it was the coolest room in the house. And they kept it in the house. Weird. And so something sparked off. I forgot, he went out, maybe smoked a cigarette. I don't know, after he shot his mama.
After he killed his mom in the face.
Something happened and it sparked off. A bullet hit the thing and then something weird sparked off and blew the house on fire. And then blew him, just him, through the window onto a fence, gave him a concussion, gave him amnesia. Right? Gave him amnesia. And then they found, like, his mama. Oh, wait, hold on. His mama killed his sister.
Two.
Right? Because his sister came behind that tool and his mama turned abruptly and hit her in the head and killed her instantly. There's just too many variables to this story for me to say, okay, I believe.
That man killed his mama and his sister and he blew up the house.
I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know what happened. That may have exactly happened like that. I don't know what happened. But I know it's just too many coincidences for me to say, okay.
Very much so. No, I believe
way too many coincidences. And then, I don't know if I read this. I'm going to go back and read it because I don't want to put out fake news. But if I'm not mistaken, there was some controversy behind it because, so the sheriff of the town immediately put him in jail. From what I understand, that man mama and the little girl was found, like, in the bed. Like, they was, like, it's, I don't know.
They was tucked in.
Yeah, they was good. They was like, the house is burned. That man shot me in the face. I'm going to go lay down. Get my beauty rest. Let me get some beauty rest.
I'm gonna try to shake back.
Yeah. That man shot me. I ate that thing. And
that man dressed me back up in my church clothes.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that story.
I feel like you should have nothing nice to say about it either, cuz.
I don't know how I feel about that story. Cause I don't wanna call that man out for if that man really was defending himself and some weird stuff just happened, because stuff happens. I've never known people, like, I got old parents. You got parents, you got older family members. I've never known people to keep gasoline in the house.
Like, just inhaling fumes of gasoline in your room for a long time doesn't seem like a very sound thing to do.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they have like some sort of gasoline sealed, like container.
In 1963, Cutting?
Yeah,
no,
I mean,
they had
happened.
Metal containers with gasoline on them that said gasoline on the side.
I think that they had,
and it was probably like
a whole bunch of stuff. But
it was probably like 71% back then of 71 rating.
I didn't know. Yeah, gasoline used to be syrup back in the day, from what I understand. Like, it used to be like syrup consistency. But anyway,
I think it was napalm. Napalm.
Anyway, yeah, that's what horses used to eat out your hand. When you
napalm.
Yeah, when you feed a horse out your hand, it's called napalm. So I just don't see. I don't know. I didn't know people kept gasoline. I'm gonna go back and read that story because I don't know. That story don't sound right to me.
Well, shit. Y'all got time to check it out. We gave y'all a lot of things to chew on, man. Look, we'll holler at y'all next week. Hopefully, we'll have that boy Los aka CAP back, man, in the mix. So appreciate you. We'll check you next week.